Leo, the amorous nature you and Leo woman, what she wants most is praise. A lover has to ignore her shortcomings, she doesn't really think she has any, and dwell on her virtues. In the same way applause makes the star of a play seem larger than life, the lavish admiration of a lover makes Leo woman feel plugged into a life-enhancing incandescence. If you hope to get anywhere with her, you had better begin by accepting her inalienable right to be marvelous. You may go on from there to a sounder, more realistic relationship, but that's the foundation stone on which to build. You would be wise not to let her know if you have an eye for other women. As far as she's concerned, she's a cosmology of one. The mere suggestion that she's in competition with other women turns her off completely. She's above that sort of rivalry, and is actually a little afraid of it. She can't be a loser, and one way to avoid being a loser is not to get into the race. However, she has to be free to rack up male conquests. You'll hardly ever see her without a man in tow, and often several. There is something about her flamboyance, her queen-like assurance, that dazzles and attracts. She wears men as other women wear jewelry, to embellish her image, and rarely lacks for admirers. Most descriptions of Leo woman make her sound hopelessly self-centered. It would be more accurate to say that she has an intense drive towards self-realization. Leo woman feels she was born to be someone special, and she must express this feeling. Happily, she finds enormous self-expression in love. A Leo woman in love gives her heart without reservations. Her romantic nature is intense, vital, and uninhibited. She doesn't hold anything back, but by the same token she expects her chosen mate to be just as fervid as she is. Although Leo is a marvelously sensual creature, kinky variations are not her game. She prefers to heighten and dramatize the familiar by her passionate involvement. Leo woman thrives in marriage, but her partner may find living with her a bit overwhelming at times. It isn't easy being attendant to a queen, and Leo woman can be tyrannical. The worst scenario is when a Leo woman marries a man she can dominate completely. In this relationship she may get total submission, but that is too little compensation for the full, deep, robust kind of love she needs. When she feels shortchanged in love, Leo woman will turn bitter and carping. On the other hand, with a genuine prince consort, a queen can bestow her truly royal gifts, and Leo female certainly has them to bestow. If you give her the affection and admiration that her nature requires, you will waken a tender passion in this extraordinary woman. And you will have a mate who is truly fit for a king. You and Leo man he falls in love readily, then finds it hard to sustain the emotion. For him, falling out of love is as simple as falling out of bed. Don't make the mistake of thinking Leo man is casual about love. He isn't. In fact, he sees love in practically mythic terms. To him, a love affair is never minor or mild or murky. It is high drama, it is a grand passion. No one else in the zodiac can more easily make you believe that you and he are the first, original, quintessential lovers in the world. The woman who wins his favor moves instantly to center stage. The spotlight is on her, she radiates in the bright circle of his admiration. It's a heady experience to have a Leo lover. Then suddenly the lights are turned off. The curtain falls, the play is over, and she doesn't know why. And he won't explain. Most likely, it's because Leo was in love with a mythical creature of his imagination, a beautiful adoring princess completely fulfilled by him. When the real woman supersedes the myth, Leo gets on his white horse and rides off. Leo man likes a woman to cater to his every whim. Yet he would be surprised to hear himself described as demanding. He doesn't see himself that way at all. He thinks he is open-hearted, trusting, asking nothing but what he is entitled to. If told that he sometimes asks too much of those close to him, he simply wouldn't understand how. After all, why should anyone refuse him? In pleasing him, they please themselves. A true Democrat, he believes everyone is equal, equally ready to serve him. If this sounds like an overbearingly self-assured type riding for a fall, look a bit closer. Underneath Leo's surface majesty is a sensitive, vulnerable man who needs reassurance and praise. Praise is as necessary to him as food and drink. In sexual relationships, he won't voyage beyond the farthest limits of the known to find a new continent of sensuality. He's a cautious navigator who sticks close to charted waters. On the other hand, a woman will never end up with a sunken wreck. If you rub his mane the right way, Leo the lion is a marvelously affectionate, cheerful companion. He is kind, strong, generous, something of a spendthrift, but usually successful in business. A woman who gets this flamboyant, magnetic overachiever with the sunny disposition has only one problem. Somehow she has to teach him that the sole object of his adulation does not have to be himself. You can always win over anyone born under this sign if you show by your actions, your attention, and your unceasing compliments that you are completely and hopelessly lost in admiration. If you really feel that way, you're in clover. If you don't, fake it. Leos won't suspect your sincerity because they think they're fully as wonderful as you tell them they are. Leos almost never think compliments go too far. There is another way to make an impression on Leo: be funny. They have a fine sense of humor and love to be entertained. Didn't every monarch have a court jester? You can't go wrong attending a cultural event, especially a preview of some kind. Accompany Leo to a cocktail party that marks the opening of a new art gallery, an advance movie screening, or a lecture by an author about his or her forthcoming book. Pet peeve for Leo men: heavy makeup on women. Pet peeve for Leo women: a tightwad date. Bear in mind that both male and female Leos think the best is none too good for them. Leo travels first class. If you're trying to impress a Leo woman, take the rubber band off your bankroll. Never wins at a restaurant check, get the best orchestra seats, and don't overlook the flowers, champagne, and telephone calls. If you're trying to impress a Leo male, get the best cut of steak from the butcher and don't spare the wine. If he brings a good bottle of wine, and he will, exclaim over the astute choice he made, then exclaim again over the wine's bouquet and taste. And then bring out your final surprise, that flaming dessert or special after-dinner brandy. Keep the ambience posh. How to attract Leo? Leo and Aries, these two are the superstars of the zodiac. These well-matched partners get along marvelously in the bedroom. They're an unbeatable combination for deriving sheer joy and excitement from sex. They also share the same likes and dislikes in other areas of life. However, they need all that rapport to overcome one big problem: the head-on collision of two superegos, each of whom wants to play the leading role. They have to learn to share center stage. Otherwise, a glorious mating. Leo and Taurus. Leo's sovereign right to rule runs smack up against Taurus's determination to have its own way. Both are fixed signs, so neither will give an inch. Leo merely becomes angrier and Taurus more obstinate. Thrifty Taurus is also appalled at Leo's careless spending habits. Taurus is cautious and deliberate, Leo expansive and extravagant. Taurus stubbornly refuses to give Leo constant worship, and Leo is too self-centered to give Taurus the devotion it needs. Leo is much more exuberant than Taurus, both in and out of the bedroom. Too many personality conflicts here. Leo and Gemini, they strike it off immediately because they like so many of the same things: glamorous social life, parties, theater, lots of friends. Lively, independent Gemini brings out Leo's joie de vivre. Their affair is a merry chase after variety and amusement. Leo finds Gemini's imaginative sexual hijinks great fun, but Leo may also become jealous because of Gemini's light-hearted approach to love. Leo is more intense than airy Gemini. Life together will be stimulating and exasperating, but the outlook is good if Gemini can stay faithful. Otherwise, poof. Leo and Cancer both are romantics, though in different ways. Leo wants a relationship to be glorious and exciting, Cancer wants it to be meaningful and fulfilling. Leo doesn't get as overwrought as Cancer, who takes things more seriously. Cancer needs security and tranquility and is a stay-at-home. Leo is boisterous and a good-about who loves to be on constant display. Cancer's dependency will please Leo provided a little adoration is thrown in. Leo is flamboyant in love, and Cancer is responsive, loyal, and intense. Leo likes that. Mixed signals. Leo and Leo. When a king and queen are together, heads turn. This couple can have a royal mating, a grand passion conducted on a grand scale. Both are romantic, colorful, exuberant about life, and highly sexed. The main question is who's going to be in charge? It's difficult for one Leo to make room for another ego as large as its own, but that's exactly what's needed here. Each not only wants to sit on the throne, each wants to be the power behind it as well. Grand lovers and interesting rivals. Leo and Virgo. Leo is drawn to Virgo's intellectualism, but Virgo doesn't understand Leo's dramatic nature. Leo can't get from cool, reserved Virgo the sexual responsiveness it demands. Virgo is practical and prudent, Leo is extravagant and a spendthrift. Leo likes to live life in a really big way, but Virgo is conservative, frugal, and a nitpicker, which puts a damper on Leo's high spirits. Virgo won't be dominated either. Leo needs lots of flattery, but Virgo's tendency is to puncture inflated egos. Both of them should look elsewhere. Leo and Libra. Leo's creative side meshes well with Libra's penchant for artistic and aesthetic pursuits. Leo is more interested in the strictly physical side of love than Libra, but Leo's style and brio can win Libra over. Libra is indecisive and Leo will naturally take charge. The checkbook may not always balance because they're both extravagant and love a beautiful setting in which to shine. Each will also try to outdo the other in order to get attention. But in the bedroom, Leo is the master, and that's what Leo likes. Leo and Scorpio. There's immediate sexual fascination with each other. But Leo finds it hard to cope with Scorpio's jealousy and possessiveness. Intense, smoldering Scorpio is on a too short fuse, while Leo is much more buoyant. Leo thinks Scorpio difficult and temperamental. Scorpio considers Leo pretentious and a show-off. Scorpio doesn't understand Leo's need to be continually surrounded by an admiring audience. Scorpio would rather dominate than admire, and that doesn't suit Leo's kingly state. Sex isn't everything. Leo and Sagittarius. Leo is enthralled by optimistic, extroverted Sagittarius, and fun-loving Sagittarius is enchanted with Leo's sunny openness to life. Together they share a liking for freedom, adventure, and meeting new people. Both are passionate and fiery sexual types, and if anyone can keep Sagittarius faithful, it's Leo. Leo's natural quality of leadership brings out what loyalty Sagittarius can give. Leo is very proud, but self-confident and expansive. Sagittarius is perfectly happy to let Leo strut. Leo and Capricorn. Leo's romantic, expansive nature is curbed by cautious, practical Capricorn. Merry Leo likes to kick up its heels, but Capricorn disapproves of too much self-indulgence. Both are highly sexed, but with basic differences. Leo needs glamour in lovemaking and Capricorn can't supply it. Leo will think Capricorn stingy with affection because Capricorn's reserved, undemonstrative nature cannot give Leo the adoration it needs. Neither will take a backseat or let the other dominate. This affair will be on the rocks before it even leaves the dock. Leo and Aquarius. There is initial physical attraction between these two, but Aquarius's tendency to analyze and criticize will shake Leo's confidence and deflate its ego. Leo views Aquarius's aloof emotions as a personal rejection. Also, Aquarius's unconventional, experimental approach to love may prove upsetting to Leo, who doesn't like to wander too far afield. Both like socializing and meeting new people, but Leo always needs to perform on center stage, which makes Aquarius impatient and irritable. Aquarius is too independent to become Leo's devoted subject. And that's where it ends. Leo and Pisces. Leo is flamboyant, domineering, Pisces is unworldly and mystical. They intrigue each other because they are so different, but the differences don't mesh well. Leo's active, outgoing nature doesn't harmonize with Pisces's dreamy introspection. Leo needs public acclaim, while Pisces prefers their sheltered life. Both are more inclined to take than to give. Leo can't tolerate Pisces's ultra-sensitivity, nor Pisces's inclination toward exotic boudoir activity. Before long, the lion will start to roam.